Hello and welcome back to East 1 and 2. We are in a considerable pickle. Welcome to the Subterranean Canal, which probably has one of the best music tracks in the East franchise, created by Mieko Ishikawa. And apparently, even though Dallas is the most powerful of wizards, he still was not able to change Adol's hair color. So, while I probably should have healed around here, while Adol is in Demon Rue form, monsters won't actually react to you until you actually shank them, so it's actually not that hard to get around. Monsters here can be pretty hardy, though, but this isn't the most dangerous section of the canal by far. And here we go. Okay, so we won't be able to talk to the runaways until we do something about this little problem. By the way, we can't use our altar magic when we're like this. By the way, that little scene is completely optional. You don't have to go down to the runaways' hideout. All you have to do is try to call back to Hadat. And we can warp back to the runaways' hideout whenever we want. But since we're in monster form, that doesn't cost magic points. Let's talk to the villagers like this. Sure. I don't think Dallas is going to listen to reason here. Wow. She would sell to us even like this. Alright, so we need to see that red guy who was all mopey about not being able to go into the shrine. But since he understands ancient languages... Ah, the joy of archaeologists. Oh, okay. That's not a particularly good clue. Thankfully, it's a bit, Thankfully, complete is a bit more helpful as the music will change once you find the correct room. By the way, this little well is a healing point. Much like the priest statues in the sacred sanctuaries. The rest cave in Burned Bless, and there is a heal point inside Solomon Shrine itself, but that's a little ways away. Yeah, the game keeps track of whether you left through the gate or whether you teleported out. It didn't used to originally, but, well, there you go. So anyway, it's back to Dabby's sector. And I will be going out of my way to fight a lot of things because there's something I want to buy from Zalem by the time we're cured. Speaking of which, the Hypercutter actually used to cost a lot more than it does now. In the pre-complete versions, it cost twice as much. However, what ended up happening in those games is that most players would actually skip over the Hypercutter and go for the Reflex Armor first, then wait until they get the next tier sword up. Because of how powerful magic was, that used to be possible. But considering that magic damage is now tied to your attack power, rather than your level, you can't really go without the Hypercutter this time around. Unfortunately, we won't get much opportunity to talk to the peoples here, but I will be showing a couple of conversations because talking to the monsters around here is great. And this is the only place where we need the light magic. Hold on, wait a minute, oh, yeah. Hold on, I need to fix something. Oh, there we go. That's where I needed to fix something and get things, you know, rolling again. Okay, there's just a little more money that I want. Just a little more stabbing that I don't want. Okay, those locked doors, we'll be coming back to those pretty soon. But first, back to Ramia. Yes, please. I want to be human again. It would be nice. Bottoms up, Adalru. Okay, now we can go talk to the runaways. But first, we have enough money to get the last of Zalem's equipment. One of the reasons I put off buying the longsword until now is because of Zalem's dialogue here. Why do you want a tier 2 sword this late in the game? Bought longsword anyway. Yeah, Zalem's dialogue actually changes once you've bought all of the stuff you can buy from her shop. And that's the last of it. Wasn't that long ago. Okay, that's more than idle chatter. It's actually a reference to the pre-complete versions of East 2. Because in the earlier versions of East 2, Ramia Village was actually covered in snow like the Ice Ridge of Noltea was. So now back into the Solomon Shrine. Do hope to high heavens that Dallas does not find out. So before we move on, there are a couple of things that I need to get in Priest Stabby's area. First off, conversations. I think I'm lost. Yeah, a lot of these monsters say something like that. By the way, I made a bit of a blunder here. You see, I forgot to actually get the key. Whoops. Well, that can be easily fixed. Once I manage to avoid dying, of course. There are a ton of monsters in here. About the subterranean canal is that this is actually only one of 3 subterranean areas in Solomon Shrine. These are not the most articulate monsters in the shrine. This one isn't too bad, but the second one we'll be going to is really, really dangerous because of what they changed about the monsters in the complete version of East 1 and 2. That's where Lilia ran off to. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's me, alright. Oh, Keith is here too. Something I forgot to mention in the previous video was that Dallas was voiced by Jim Cummings in the Turbo CD version, and he did a fairly bang-up job, especially in this particular scene. Still, I was hoping not to have to deal with Dallas again, but Dallas is a jerk like this. And for those of you who played Ys Origin first, that spell may look just a little bit familiar. So, our love interest is now statuary. And I will be fighting pretty much everything I can, because Because I haven't really done much off-camera grinding, I'm actually a little lower level than I normally am when I'm in this part of the game. Okay, so now we can explore Priest Dabby's area. Probably should have used magic there. And then I remembered that I went the wrong way. Yeah, while Dark Tower was big, it wasn't nearly as confusing as Solomon Shrine can be at some points. Yeah, Adol will never know. By the way, for those of you who are going after the Fill Up the Bestiary achievement, that is the only room in the game where you can fight a Zava Knight. I wouldn't recommend going after the Bestiary achievement unless you have a whole lot of free time, because you basically have to kill about 40 of each kind of monster in order to complete the particular entry. And that gave us time magic. I can take anything now. We don't actually need time magic for anything, but it does, you know, freeze enemies for a little while. And we don't need to worry about any enemies in Solomon Shrine right now. We can just keep on going for... I may be getting surrounded. This guy, no problem. Well, let's try that again. The reason I saved before fighting the Zava Knight is because Zava Knights are actually really strong. Okay, I probably should have picked this up first. This is the Iron Shield, the 4th tier shield. The only piece of 4th tier gear that Zalem is missing from her shop. Oh. No, I've had enough on-camera dying for East 2, thank you. Okay, grab the time magic again. Which means we've grabbed everything we can from Dabby's sector. So all we need to do is go to the other canal and grab the goddess pendant that the Zava Knight was talking about. By the way, of the 3 villains in East Origin that drank the demon Kool-Aid, we've encountered Dallas and Zava. However, Kishgal hasn't shown up. Or has he? Yeah, one of the prevailing theories is that Kishgal, who was already pretty shaky on the sanity front, went completely beast mad and eventually turned into Tialmoth, the boss of the Ice Ridge of Noltia. Now, the other canal section is in the same section of the shrine that the conference room was in. Okay. Now, this part of the canal is extremely dangerous because of the monsters it's filled with. The monsters have pretty decent reach, and each little puff of those flamethrowers deals the monsters full attack damage to you, so it's easy to die very, very fast in this area. There are a couple of things we want to find down here. Death is not one of them. And hopefully I can keep composure long enough to remember where exactly they are. Whoop! Shenanigans! That'll get you a Salsetta flower. Without having to go back into the Rastini mines to grab one if you're missing one. The other two things are of actual plot importance, however. Okay, there we go. And here is Sada. Looks like Dallas got to him, too. We can't grab his sword while he's like this, but we'll be able to fix that later. Because of all the narrow walkways and so on, the flamethrowers actually do pretty well hemming how you can travel. However, because they're the beefiest monsters we've encountered so far, I'm actually going to have to grind off of them in between videos. Because the next boss can be a little bit tricky. Okay, and there's the silver pendant. We now have everything that I wanted to get my hands on before we fought the next boss, even though I could have fought him as soon as I got the key. But the boss fight will wait until the next video, where we explore more shrine. See you then!